All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Adon Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And the Wadiyah Bahashem Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Prophecy Alert, Uproars, and Sedition is in the air. All right. And if you didn't know, what's going on in the world right now is prophecy. Okay. At the end of the day, it's prophecy, even though man, can blame you and, claim that, we're this and that. At the end of the day, this is all prophecy. This has been foretold and written in the scriptures. All right. And as I've been saying as of late, I see now why they didn't allow us to read and write at one point, a period in time. Okay. But, we are being inspired by the Holy Spirit sent on high from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And this is why we're able to explain biblically, prophetically, what's happening in real time and even before it takes place. Okay. But, I just want to also say, Esau, Edom, all right, he can use us prophesizing, as a means to target us as if we are the cause of it. But at the end of the day, this is the Lord's will. All right. So what I want to do is I would just want to go into a few prophetic precepts, all right, that have been foretold. What we're seeing taking place was already told it would take place. So let me make sure the audio is good. All right. That have been foretold. All right. There's a lot going on. Okay. There's a lot going on. You just had the agent Vocab Malone harass brothers in London, simultaneously. You got Edomites coming up. That's why I just call the cops on them. All right. Remain blameless and let Yahweh Shema Shai take care of the rest. Okay. So I didn't even know about this, but this is prophecy right here. So did you hear about 50 protests in 50 states, one movement? Okay, this is it's called 50, what is this, 5051 or 5501? I don't know. But it's this is some movement. I guess it started in April 5th, 2025, but this is literally prophecy. This is literally prophecy. Okay, it says 50501's first protest occurred on February 5th, 2025. Original name was originally 50 protests, 50 states, one day. Symbolizing the goal for a single day of action, the organization claimed there will be 72,000 protesters at 67 protests across 40 states. Okay, now this one says in just days, grassroots organizers without any budget, centralized structure, or official backing pulled off over 80 peaceful protests in all 50 states. But not only that, I'll read into this. That's a spiritual number. I'll read into this. I got a precept. Okay. But right now, okay, you have the king of Babylon deploying over 2,000 National Guard troops to Los Angeles. Okay. As there are uproars of people, and also there's sedition. So let me explain all of this prophetically. 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And it's funny because I was thinking about the movie Civil War that came out. And in that movie, you actually had civil war taking place. But then in other states, they were still, trying to play business as usual. Like right here, I'm in upstate New York, Rochester. And guess what? It's business as usual. Okay. People are barbecuing, having baby showers, graduating, weddings. But then on the West Coast in certain cities, it's fire, it's hell, it's protesting, it's fighting back. Okay. So in some areas of Babylon, it may seem normal, but then in other areas of Babylon, all right, it's uproars and it's also sedition. And I'm going to go into that. Okay. but we are measuring the time diligently in itself. Just because it's not happening in your backyard literally does not mean it's happening in someone else's backyard. So you have to measure the time. Okay, you need to understand that we now are in that time. Okay, think about when you first came in compared to now. All right, it's really happening. All right, and there's more. I got a compiling of receipts that I want to share with you. It says, when thou seest parts of the signs pass. So according to prophecy being fulfilled, you're going to see parts of prophecy. This is why it says at the end it shall speak. You're seeing parts of it here, parts of it there, just like it says here a little and there a little. Just the same way when we go into the scriptures and precept upon precept, it's prophecy upon prophecy. So it's here a little and there a little. This is why Yahweh Shai said in diverse places. Let me get that real quick. All right, now I'm getting excited. This is Matthew 24. Check this out. Let me get the red letter. These damn Christians don't even take heed to even red letter. Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars. Are we not hearing wars right now? This is all happening all right now. And I love to see prophecy popping off in Babylon first and foremost. And ye shall hear of wars and threats of wars, rumors of wars. That's all happening right now. So take out your prophetic checklist and check it off. Check. All right. See that ye be not troubled. Check. Are you troubled? You shouldn't be troubled. Why are you troubled? Remember that weird ass CIA show, Scare Tactics? He said, "Are you scared?" Well, you shouldn't be. You know, the fear factor, whatever the hell. What the hell is it called? I can't remember. You know what I'm talking about. But it's happening. Okay. See, you're not troubled. You should not be troubled. All right. You know this has to happen. For all these things must come to pass. This must happen. But the end is not yet. So you had the Russia going down, Ukraine going down, Amalek, which that's major prophecy, Philistia, Palestine, free, right? So all this is happening, okay? You're anti, yeah, all right. This is all part of prophecy, okay? But the end's not yet, but the end is growing closer and closer and closer, all right? For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. There's famines happening right now. Let's actually do this. Let's see. Are there active famines in the world? Let's just see what they say. Yes. There are active famine conditions in parts of the world. Specifically, famine has been officially confirmed in Zamzam, Sudan, Gaza, right? And facing, see? So there's famines, and it's only going to increase. But we're checking off the prophetic checklist. Check. And pestilence. You got the new 19, 2.0, and earthquakes. I think Argentina just got hit with an earthquake, a 6.0. Let's just put 6.0 earthquake. Look at this. 6.0 magnitude, considered strong. Let's go to news. 1 day ago. All right. 1 day ago. 6.0 magnitude earthquake jolts Fiji Island 1 day ago. See? So everything is happening, but it's happening in diverse places, but it's slowly inching closer and closer to the main prophetic hub of Babylon. Look, in diverse places, in different places. I'm going to go back, all right, in various places. Look, in many parts of the world, there will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. Now let's jump back, okay? It says, when thou seest parts of the signs pass. So we just collectively sings it together, all right? Which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. Do you understand what time we're in? Okay, tomorrow is not just Monday and you're just going back to work or you did, no, things are happening. Motherfucker Monday, excuse my language. But my point is, don't let Babylon's business as usual keep you distracted in the rat race. That's what these humans are doing. These humans are just thinking everything's just going to go back to normal and I'm just going to do my daily routine. Wrong. All right. Prophecy's happening. Our reality is entering in the room. See, their reality has been taking place for far too long. And now the Lord's will, all right, of reality is coming to pass. And that's where we win. Then shalt thou understand, you out there, you brothers, you sisters, you hopeful elect, you understand. Fuck what these people think or what they understand or what they know or what their opinion and what they guess. We don't give a shit what these humans think. We're telling you what's going on. This is why we understand. It says that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we just saw them. Okay. Earthquakes in many parts of the world. Prophetic checklist, check. Okay. It says, and uproars of the people in the world. So look at this. Did you know that there was a 50-51 movement where they protest in 50 states simultaneously? Okay, simultaneously protesting. I just seen this picture and I took a screenshot. It says, fun fact, this is the first time in history that there's been simultaneously protests in all 50 U.S. states against the sitting president. And practically no one is covering it but the prophets. But the prophets are covering it. Now, let me actually put that in real quick. Let me try something. Let me put simultaneously. I got this meme I found. So we always fact check memes too. Don't just take the meme and then now that's canon. Now we got to fact check everything. Okay, let me see. 1 week ago. All right, let me see what else we got. 50-50. May Day. Oh, May Day. Come on. You're in the know. May Day, May, Illuminati. Put it together. All right, put it together. See? Why are anti-Trump groups planning a protest in 50 states? Because of prophecy. Let me keep going. Uproars of the people. Let me get you the word for uproar. Uproars, outbreak of great disorder. Okay? And guess what? This is also order out of chaos because they're allowing people to fight against federal agents, might I add. They're not just fighting against state, they're fighting against the federal government. That means that's president business, okay? They're allowing this. This isn't just Mike Brown in Louisiana, okay? This isn't just the state of New Orleans Police Department. This is federal agents. Federal, okay? Uproars. It says, outbreak of great disorder, revolt, violent commotion, okay? A tumult, all right? Riot, uproar, stirring up. Spirits are being stirred up for prophecy's sake. And not only uproars, check this out. Look at this torta, okay? That's what Issachar calls their, excuse me. Oh, excuse me, man. But what Issachar calls them tortas. But look at this torta. All right. Just in, member of Los Angeles City Council, Unisys, is down on the ground encouraging rioters, uproars to escalate. That is sedition. Let me prove to you that. Sedition, rebellion, uprising, revolt. Okay. Overthrow city authority. All right. Literally going apart. Let me also get a Google definition because it also means to speak. Sedition. Let's see. I forgot. Look, the Sedition Act. I got more for you. Sedition. It says the act of inciting resistance or rebellion against legal government. This is prophecy. Okay. You see this torta? She's being used for prophecy. 2 Ezra 15-16. For there shall be sedition. This is what it's talking about. You talking about fighting against this, them talking about fighting against that. He's literally causing the Babylonian people to fight against their government through the act of ice. You see that? This is chess, baby. This ain't checkers. This is chess. And you're falling. It's like jujitsu. You know, when somebody's laying on the ground, they want you to grapple them. He wants you to grapple him so he can choke your ass out like the snake that he is. But it's prophecy. Jacob's trouble. For there shall be sedition among men and women. See? down on the ground, encouraging. This is what the definition of sedition is. Look, she needs to be criminally charged. And guess what? They can. Esau has the power to take her ass away. Then they'll use her as a sacrifice to incite more people to stand up and fight. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. See? Prophecy. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. That's what they're doing. They're invading one another. All right, let me get back to my points. Let me get protests again. Protests in Los Angeles, and it can spill over into other. There we go. Like, give me some good pictures. There we go. Show me some insightful pictures. There we go. Invading one another. They're invading. Now they're invading them. Now they're allowed to burn the car so they could take over Los Santos. And now they got Compton. And then now he comes in and he takes this over. Sedition is being called for to rouse up these men against Edomites. Sedition. This is sedition. Okay? See, the act of inciting resistance. She is inciting resistance, but that's prophecy. And invading one another, they shall not regard their president. Was there not Trump protests? We do anti, it's all smoke and mirrors too. Look, what the fuck you mean near me? See, look at that. Look at that. Prophecy's popping off so much that you can now ask prophecy. Is prophecy happening near me? You can actually put that in Google. That should be a thumbnail. Prophecy happening near me. Where's my text at? Where's the brothers that's good with the pictures? Anti-Trump protests. So I can see in my head a picture that says protest near me with the Google search bar. Look, no kings. Look at this. Wow, no kings? Will a no king? And wow, look at that. Brothers, man, just thank Yahweh Shai. Embrace the suffering. Forget the bullshit and the mortal, the marital, whatever you got going on right now. It's just here today, gone tomorrow. Screw it. Prophecy's happening. Everything that we've been wanting, Now imagine that one girl you've been wanting. I want that girl, man. That's prophecy. We want her. That's what we want. We want prophecy. That's what we want. Look, they shall not regard their kings, brothers. Look at this. Look at this. No kings. What's that mean? Anti-Trump protests. Let's ask that. No kings. And we always talk about that. Let me see. No kings. Anti-Trump protests planned. Thousands of people gather in San Luis Obispo Superior Court, part of hands-off rally. No kings protest rally. Wow. Man, the Lord is so cool. It says it shall speak and not lie. Okay, so they shall not regard their kings. Prophecy, check, nor princes, police, check, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See, that's in their power right now. Dale, all right, that's in their power right now. But guess what? He's going to come in like a flood and shut shit down. This torta ain't going to fix nothing. Okay, no man shall buy you. They ain't going to save you. They're being allowed. Okay, the stage is being set right now. So you can see uproars and sedition in the air. For anybody telling you to fight against ICE, that is sedition, because you are fighting against the federal government, which is also leading to a revolution. Okay, and that's also going to spill over to Egyptian versus Egyptian. Okay, so this is a lot, man. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot taking place, and this is going to lead to Jacob's trouble, because you got the Sedition Act. Now, before I go there, let me get you this. This just came out yesterday. All right, June 7th, June 7. All right, look at this. Excuse me. Department of Defense Security for the protection of Department of Homeland Security functions. Okay, check this out. We're getting ready to be off the streets. All right. It says numerous incidents of violence and disorder have recently occurred and threaten buzzwords. Remember, Babylon. Babylon's power is in Babel. All right. That's how this is right here. This is all Babel. All he's got to say is, look, niggas is swinging on us and we need to protect us white people. But he uses Babel. The Department of Defense Security of the protection of the facilities, operations of manageable goal. That's Babel. That's how they operate. They operate in Babel. It says, in response to the enforcement of federal, see, it's not just state, federal law by U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement and other Babylonian governments, the powers that be, kings, princes. See, so you want to talk about coming against me? You want to talk about coming against my kings and my priests or my princes? All right, I'll sign something in the law. Torta, let's go. It says, is supporting the faithful execution of federal immigration law. So they're saying you're impeding us performing our duty. In addition, violent protests threaten the security and significant damage to federal immigration detention facilities, blah, blah, blah. They constitute a form of rebellion, sedition, uproars against the authority of the government of the United States, the powers that be. The powers that be. In light of these incidences and credible threats of continued violence by the authority vested in me as president, as king, by the constitutional law of Babylon, I hereby call into federal service members and units of National Guard, 2,000 they just issued, all right, 2,000. It ain't just going to be pepper spray and batons. It's going to start offing you, all right? It's going to be leggings, burritos, head wraps everywhere. They're about to get real. I'm being funny, but it's about to get real. It says, look, and he's got his code. This is precept. There's his precept to temporarily protect ICE. So now he's going to have the national, Yahushua is on the way. Now he's going to have military National Guard protecting ICE, coming in and taking Jake's. Woo! Man, Jacob's trouble. Let me get that on the ready. We're excited. See, other people like, what are you for them? Are you for them? Shut up, man. This is prophecy. Leave me alone. I'm on the ark. Leave me alone. The rain's coming. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great. So that day is intense. So that day is like God himself. Let me show you. This word great is powerful. Make America great again, right? Look at this. Great as God himself. See that? Great. Intense. Okay? It's going to be very intense out here. Let's go back. It says, alas, for that day is great. Make Babylon great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. It is the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay? Where we at? But the elect will be saved out of it, because as he's coming down with these federal acts and he's targeting Jacob, but there's going to be a portion of Jacob saved out of this. Even though he's targeting Jacob, Jacob's going to be saved out of this. See? Jacob, the elect, is going to be saved out of it. Look at this. National Guard is going to be protecting them. Oh, that's going to be a martial law. Let's where's AI at? What would martial law look like? I don't want to say the US. I would say it in particular state at first. Let's see. Come on, AI, do your job. Oh, AI ain't got nothing for me. What is martial law and what happens? Oh, let's ask ChatGPT. Let's go here. Let's ask them. What would martial law look like in Los Angeles? Did I spell it right? Retry. All right, let me ask you here. I don't give a shit how Travel Pillow works. What would martial law look like in Los Angeles? Come on, give it to me, baby. Let's see. All right, thank you. I'll stay logged out. Martial law in Los Angeles will be an extraordinary situation where military authorities take control over some or all civilian government functions in response to a crisis. This has never happened at a citywide or statewide level in modern history. Hawaii during World War II being an exemption, but here's grounded outline. Triggers for martial law. Massive civil unrest, rioting. Woo! Whoop, whoop. This is sound of the beast. Did he not? So he has to do it in stages. He has to first. It's like order, okay? It's like when you go to Matthew 18. First, if a brother offends you, you got to go to that brother. You talk to that brother. And then the brother don't listen. And then you got to go to the church. And then you don't hear the church. You got to go to the elders. You don't hear the elders. Then he's going to be a heathen and a publican. So first, the state police. Now the state police can't handle it. So you bring the martial law. Now the martial law can't handle it. So now you got to bring the federal. You got to bring this. So it's all stages, baby. Look, even an earthquake. Martial law is going to be enacted because of prophecy. A constitutional crisis where civil government is no longer functioning because you got them sedition, the power in their hands, okay? Power in their hands, lawlessness. So he's allowing you to look at this B word. Bitch, you ain't doing nothing. I'm sorry, excuse me for you sisters out there. You know I'm coming from a good place, but you fucking women, you ain't doing shit real. Sit your ass down and cook something. In the real scheme of war, confusion, noise, testosterone, a woman ain't going to be able to do nothing, okay? When militias, when there's floods coming in. But see, these women, they're you out there, but when them bullets start flying, your natural design, your natural makeup is going to kick in, okay? All right, you can be out here now with your titties out and your coochie cutters on, but when these madmen come in and sparing none, you ain't going to be doing shit, okay? It's about to get real out here, all right? This is why Isaiah 4:1, all right? When this really, Babylon really gets cracked open, okay? Because look, I don't see no female riot police, okay? Let's call a spade a spade. It's about to get real masculine out here. Let's go back, man. It's about to get real masculine. Look, constitutional crisis. Prophecy, massive civil unrest, prophecy, major attack, Swan event, prophecy, military presence in the streets. Let's get the flood. Let's get the flood. That's what the flood is talking about. That's why they call themselves Delta. Why does Esau call one of his brigades Delta? Why is it called Delta? Delta Force? Because it's representing a stream. All right, you about to piss me off. This ain't a video game time. Military. See how everything is like gamey? Do you notice like everything is like folly? Everything is like fiction with this place right now. We're trying to be in reality, and he's trying to talk about a new TV show. Okay, when that Delta Force comes in, when you see this aerial, all right, when that real force comes in, when that flood comes in, because that's what the Delta goes back to. It goes back to like a flood. Let me show you. Let me do this. Delta. What does Delta mean? That's why it says a flood. The fourth letter of the Greek alphabet shaped like a triangle. All right, what else? Oh, delta-shaped mouth of the Nile. Look. Branches of mouth of a great river. Flood. Isaiah 59, prophecy says he's coming like a flood, coming like the delta. Okay? Isaiah 59:19. Look. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a delta, come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him for Jacob, who shall be saved out of it. Not 2/3, because we're going to need to be protected. We're innocent. What we doing? We ain't uproaring. We ain't causing sedition. We just telling you what prophecy is going to come to pass. This was written before we was born, but they're going to blame us too. It's just on my spirit to say that. Man shall be offender for the word. Elder Yashwama has been going into that a lot lately. You gotta listen to the temple of prophecy through the spirit. You know, I notice a lot of time brothers will say the same things. Same things happen to brothers in different states. Same lessons will come out because that's the Holy Spirit. It ain't us. But IUIC will make you think it's them. Look, flood, river, stream, okay? Flood, a flood, man. Look, there it is. Flood, river, what does it say? Delta, great river, okay? See that? Delta force. So when they come in, ain't no torta gonna stop that, all right? Ain't no torta gonna stop that, man. Let's see what else we got. Let's go back to chat, okay? This comes in the mean streets of Babylon. What you gonna do? What they gonna do? What's she gonna do? They cut off the food supply. What's she gonna do? She ain't no leader. And you damn for sure ain't no leader back here. All right, let me go back. Armed troops patrolling neighborhoods, checkpoints. See? Oh, a man shall desire to go into a city, but shall not be able. Don't it say that? Oh, right there. Look at that. Look at how tasty these precepts are. Don't you just taste it? Don't this just taste good? Man, shit, fuck rent. Have your money. Fuck all that. It's on my spirit for you, brother, man, fuck all this shit. Okay? We get it. Trust me, I get it. I got to fix my starter on my own truck. The Wadi Abba I got a vehicle, but we go through shit. So what? Look past it. Look at this. Taste this prophetic plate. Man, we're so close. So close to getting out of here. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Martial law, cut off, lockdowns, checkpoints. See? Jacob's trouble. Armed troops patrolling neighborhoods, treating everybody like a threat, treating everybody like an illegal immigrant. Oops. Treating everybody like an illegal immigrant. What kind of American are you? Let me look that up real quick. I said I was just going to do a short lesson, but the Wadi Abba Shemashai for the inspiration. Let me do this. What kind of American are you? Yeah, Esau gonna be showing his horns too. All right. Let me guess. White devil. No, red devil. Esau gonna be showing his horns, man. Okay, brothers, be mindful around them Edomites too, at your job, your neighbors. They don't say nothing outwardly. They're very, very good at plotting and planning and ploying against you without you even knowing it. He's a cunning hunter. See? What kind of fucking American are you? Jim, it's me, Jermaine. It's me. Now you look like a Haitian. Whatever that. See? Look at how we're talking about something serious and it's always some fucking folly. Excuse me for saying it like that, but that's how I feel in my spirit. It's always some mother effing folly. We're talking real shit here, and you got some corny ass, remember, folly setting great dignity. What kind of American are you? They're deporting Haitians, all of it. Jake, it ain't just light skins and brown, black niggas too. Shit. Go back. And I got to go back to this. This is law, by the way. This is law. This was just put into law last night while niggas was gyrating, bitches was twerking, getting drunk, being isolated about your baby mother, thinking about child support, gang, rapping, basketball, all bunch of bullshit, isolated, mere mortal garbage, and this was just signed into law yesterday. Let's tap into reality, shall we? This is reality, man. Curfews, warrantless searches. Oh, they should kick you out your houses. Look, Freedom Assembly. Yesterday, we got delivered. This Edomite called the cops on us while we were at camp. Okay, this Edomite called the cops on us while we were at camp, and the Lord delivered us. And I said, this is our First Amendment right. Okay, we were at camp. I'll show you real quick. Then this dead body came up, but we were at camp, and guess what? We were protected. Where is it? I just want to see if I can get it. We were protected right here. We were protected, and the cop like, look, Esau, they got the right to be here. Like, you got the right to be here. They're not doing nothing wrong. You can either stay or you can leave. But in a time of martial law, he's not even going to be a factor, okay? Because the amendments get suspended in martial law, okay? Let me see. Give me it. You better do your job. Where is it? Okay, let me see. Maybe look at this. Internet or cellular network might be limited or monitored. Famine of the word. Look at this. Supply chain. Famine of food too. Rationing food, fuel, medical supplies, roadblocks, airports. What a nigga gonna do in that day? Ain't no freedom assembly in that day. Media being censored. You won't even know what's going on. When you look out the window, it's dark and what's happening? What's going on? This is why wisdom and knowledge will be our stability. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be your stability at times. When what? When homegirl fretting. All right, let's keep it real. Women are gonna bug out. Oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, yeah, and then you're gonna have to have that masculine, righteous Israelite man who was looked past, thought he was weird, his beard is unkept. He's gonna look like God in that day. Okay? All right, watch. Beards are going to be very attractive in Jacob's trouble. The Israelite man, the Israelite elect man, is going to be a very wanted material in that day. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, not fearing what man could do unto you. The fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. See, it's a very big difference. Let's get a couple more fun facts, shall we? All right. Let me go here. All right. Let me go like this. So like I'm just getting my stuff together. Okay. So let me show you. Let me read a little bit more of this. Let me read a little bit more in this. Okay. Check this out. So now it says, so now you got military protecting ICE. So what is a torta going to do in that day? Okay. Let's see. Further, okay. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let's just start at right here. It says the National Guard temporarily protecting ICE. So you gotta read it with spiritual eyes. So I'm gonna break it down in spirit. Temporary. So federal guard, National Guard's gonna temporarily protect ICE as they're patrolling the street, going to schools, breaking up job sites with military vehicles. Okay, they're not just gonna be driving in Hondas and shit. All right. And it says maybe that's why Trump was so big on bringing back vehicles and Fords being built back in America. Just something to think about. It says at locations wherever they go, wherever the flood, wherever the stream, where protests against these functions are occurring. So they're going to come to you. So they're actually going to approach you. They're going to go to you, girl. All right, girl. They're going to go to your ass. Then what you going to do? You going to cave. All these women going to cave in. All right. They got their little balls out now, but they're going to cave in. Trust me. Trust me. It says likely to occur, current threats. So all you stupid ass camps, you Sikaris, you dumbasses with your tight ass jeans and your big ass guns with your fringes out, they're gonna break your shit, man. Y'all remember years ago when Hakka found himself out there so-called trying to protest against the LA riots and he got his ass shut down, that little ass boy. You're going to find out in these last days, a lot of these Hebrew Israelite leaders are boys, okay? They're not real men. They're just acting. They're fronting. They're just playing a part. We're going to see who's really a man of the Lord in that day. Further, let's go, Trump. Further, I direct and delegate actions as necessary. So he's delegating actions necessary for security defense to coordinate with governors of the states. So what happens? What happens when they try to correlate with a state? Then you got some pawn set up, some dumbass, all right, some feminists, some wokists that tries to say you're not going to be allowed to come into our governed state. They're going to break your shit in. This is Isaiah 19:2, and I will set Egyptians against Egyptians. Let's ask Google again. Let's put Google to work. What state governors? That's better. Governors are against Trump. ICE. So you just put keywords in. Let them do the rest. Let's see. What Masons? Come on, give me a list. Governor slams reprehensible ICE raids. We got one. We got action. There's one. There you go. Oh, that's New York. That's Hochul. This witch. Good. That's New York. Call all y'all bust smell shy. Good. Good, bitch. Excuse my language. I'm just speaking freely. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it prophetically real. Okay? Look at, she's a Mason. She's a Masonette. All right. She's probably from the Eastern Star Masons. There's a lot of Masons out here in the world of business. If you want to be a successful business owner in Babylon, you have to be a Mason. Trust me, I know. Okay. They're out here. So state and local governments are saying no to Trump. Perfect. This is perfect. That is Isaiah, because now he just gave a delegate. He just delegated actions. So now if you define the Secretary of Defense and you are not coordinating, when they reach out to the governors of that state, they're going to bust your shit open. All right. They're going to take it over. They'll declare martial law on New York to take out the governor if they have to, or people be rose up. Okay, let's go back. That's prophecy. And I will set Edomite Egyptians against Edomite Egyptians. I will set Edomite governors against state officials. I will set the Department of Defense against governors of the state that will not comply. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, state against state. See? You see that? It's happening, man. And there's that cruel Lord. There's that cruel Lord. And that cruel Lord is going to sign a lot of things into power, as we see right now. And it says, so now I'm telling you, I'm putting the Secretary of Defense to email, to coordinate, to call, all right, Facebook me, all right, governors of the state. But then you got governors of the state that don't agree. So what are they going to do? Excuse me. And the National Guard Bureau. So the National Guard could be used to take out or apprehend a state governor that's not complying with the cruel Lord King of Babylon. It says, ordering into federal service the appropriate members and units of the National Guard under this authority. The member and units of the National Guard called into federal service shall be at least 2,000 for 60 days. Okay? In addition, the Security of Defense may employ any other members of regular armed forces. Oh, they're going to start shooting. They're going to start shooting. And guess what? If they come down in Rochester, we ain't going to be on the streets. And we ain't going to stand out there and try to proclaim our rights to be out there. I'm going to take my ass right off the streets and go home and praise Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? It says, armed forces. He shall not bear it in vain. Let me get that, Romans 13. Okay? Look at this. Romans 13. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. But if you resist, you want to resist, dumbass, let her dumb, empty-head ass out there. I don't care if she's thick and pretty. Let her dumb, simple ass gad abroad and be pow, punk ass. Okay? We're in real time. We're in a real time. We ain't here to argue with you, debate with you. If you don't see the wisdom that we're speaking, remember Lot's wife. I'm out of there. Let me go back now. All right, let me go back. Where the hell was I? Excuse me. I had this. Oh, yeah, Romans 13. There's a lot coming out. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of Yahweh. So this is Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay? Stop getting emotional. Stop letting them race bait you. Don't you know there's 2/3 niggers that are going to die? And I'm saying it like that for a reason, okay? Those bywords, 2/3 are carrying those bywords to death. Spicks, those are 2/3. You ain't a spick. You ain't a nigger, okay? What it say? The shoe fit? Come on, man. You gotta get a governmental mind here. You can't be an emotional leader. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. You can't be a respecter of person, especially not now, especially not ever. It says don't be a respecter of person in judgment. Judgment is coming. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. So Yahweh Shemel Shai did this. Yahweh Shemel Shai did this, okay? Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, torta, whosoever there resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh. So let these people play out their role. This is prophecy, but we ain't doing it. We're on the sidelines. We're the spiritual commentators. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnations, for rulers are not a terror to good works. See, this just happened yesterday. She's just watching, chilling. All right. His bitch ass called the cops on us for us outside preaching. And the cop came, didn't even speak to us, broke it down to him, told him what's going on. But in a time of Jacob's trouble, when they cancel the Constitution, okay, martial law Constitution, okay, the Constitution is canceled. Martial law, which allows military authorities to take over civilian governance, is not explicitly mentioned in the U.S. Constitution. But yeah, when you go into it, the Constitution is canceled. Okay, your rights are suspended under the martial law, so you won't have rights. Okay, so you ain't gonna have the right to protest. Okay, so it's gonna happen, man. Romans 13. When you resist, for they're not a ruler, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise in the same, for he is a minister of Yahweh to thee for good. So even in Jacob's trouble, the powers that be can be at peace with us. But if thou do that which is evil, 2/3, heathens, Esau, be afraid, women, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is a minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So Esau, that's why it says, protect me from thy sword. Okay, protect me from the sword in that day. All right. Let me get this. Psalm 17 and 13. Psalm 17 and 13, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord's sword is about to start swinging. The Lord's sword is getting permission to swing. Armed sword, as necessary to augment Babel and support the protection of federal functions and property. So if you even touch their vehicle, it'll shoot your ass. And this is Esau's talent. This is what he's made for. And in any number determined appropriate in his discretion. So they're going to have discretion to carry out this mission. The deployed military personnel may perform those military protective activities that the Secretary of Defense determines are reasonably necessary. Shoot to kill. It was necessary for me to shoot her. That's what they're going to say. Okay? And Jake's not ready to see their women die. Okay? Those weird, wicked, wretched, thick demons, Jake is not ready to see them die. But that's what's getting ready to happen. Oh, that was it. There you go. There you go. So that's the lesson, man. Okay? That's the lesson. See? 2 Kings 15:17, a man shall desire to go into a city and get his torta and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Jacob's troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See why I see men's girt about with their loins and their hands? See? Okay? So this is about to go down, man. All right? So continue to watch Sedition, Uproars in the air. Prophecy alert is happening. Prophecy alert. Okay? So I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I pray that you brothers and you very few sincere sisters are edified, remain in the spirit, understanding the will of the Lord, understanding that judgment that falls on Jake is because they're 2/3. Do not be emotional in Jacob's trouble. Do not be a respecter of persons in judgment. Seek your own salvation. Prophecies happening. So I pray that you are edified. I pray that Yahushai's sheep are being fed. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone. With that being said, Shalom.